Okay, number 9, I want to spend a little time talking about this one. This one is simple. It's a very important rule that you need to remember, that we cannot divide by 0. And I also want to kind of mention, if you watch those extra credit videos, there was a proof there, and I will kind of model it with some numbers to kind of help you get a better understanding. Okay, if I just go ahead and show you with a calculator, if I do 43 divided by 0, it's going to say undefined, doesn't work. Okay, you can't divide by 0. Okay, you can't. So there's no answer when you divide by 0. However, if you're not paying attention, when you divide by 0, if you watch the extra credit videos, you'll see a proof similar to this. So I'm just going to show you guys a proof that 2 plus 2 equals 5. It's not actually equal to 5, but I'm just going to do this just so you can kind of get a better idea of what's going on with the proof in the extra credit video as well. So anyway, I'm going to start out with something that's true. 0 is equal to 0. I think we understand that. Okay, so now I'm going to write something else that's true. I'm going to say that 4 minus 4 is equal to 10 minus 10. Okay, so this is still a true statement. This is 0, this is 0, and this is 0. Now I'm going to rewrite 4 as 2 squared. So 2 squared is 4. 2 squared is still 4. Over here, I'm going to rewrite the 10 as 5 times 2, and then 5 times 2. So order of operations here would say you multiply first. So you have to multiply, that would give you 10. And again, 10 minus 10 will give you 0. All right, so everything should follow logically all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to do factor. So there's a form, difference of squares, which you might not know this, but you'll still be able to see that it's true. So difference of squares, whether you follow this or not, I'm going to show you. This becomes 2 plus 2, and this becomes 2 minus 2. All right, and then over here, I'm going to factor it out differently. I'm going to pull out a 5 from both terms. So if I factor out a 5, I'll be left with a 2, and then a minus, and then a 2. All right, so here's how we check to make sure that this is still true. 2 minus 2 is 0, and then these two parentheses butted up against each other means we're going to multiply. So 0 times, doesn't matter what this is, will be 0. And then this also is 0, so when you multiply by 5, you get 0. All right, now, both sides have a 2 minus 2 in common, so I'm going to divide by the 2 minus 2. So I have 2 plus 2, and then I have the 2 minus 2 equals 5, 2 minus 2, and I'm going to divide by 2 minus 2 on both sides. All right, so what happens is this cancels out on both sides. And then what you're left with is 2 plus 2 equals 5. Okay, now you might be looking at this like, what in the world is going on? There's a very simple solution to what's going on. What happened here? Because everything from here on down equals 0. We canceled out here, and then we got 2 plus 2 equals 5. Well, you know that's not true. You know 2 plus 2 is 4. So something above here has to be messed up. And it's this step right here. So you might not notice it, but what am I doing when I'm canceling out? I'm dividing. And what am I dividing by? What is 2 minus 2? Well, 2 minus 2 is 0. It just doesn't look like 0 because we have it in a different form. And I just mentioned that you cannot divide by 0. So again, I can pull this up and show you in the calculator that what happens when you divide by 0. So if I do, in parentheses, 2 plus 2, and then I divide by, in parentheses, 2 minus 2, It's going to tell me error. Okay, it says divide by 0. So this is what's going on in the proof, the extra credit proof. Why the guy is showing you that 1 equals 2 or whatever. It doesn't. It's this error. If you don't follow the rules, if you don't realize what's going on when somebody divides by 0, then crazy things happen like this. So anyway, just to make a long story short, you cannot divide by 0. So you can have 0 on the top. So I could do this. I can do 0 divided by 43, which is 0. So if I have $0, I'm going to give 43 people an equal share, then it's 0. However, if I had, let's just say I got 20 bucks and I'm just going to make it disappear. So let's say I'm trying to do a magic trick or whatever, and I say, let me see your 20 bucks, and then I make it disappear, and all of a sudden it's gone. You'll be like, okay, now bring it back. You can't just make something disappear. It's a trick. So this would be the equivalent of just taking something and making it disappear. It doesn't work. Okay, this is not equal to 0. It is undefined. There's no solution for it. Okay, so on a test, you'll have something like this. If you put 0 on the bottom and you tell me the answer is 0, then I'm probably going to give you a 0 and stop grading your test. I'm just kidding. But you need to understand that this is undefined. Okay, you cannot divide by 0. Very, very important rule. Don't forget it.